Namaste, Hare Krishna. Second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. Sloka 13. Dehino smin yathā dehe kaumāraṁ yauvanaṁ jarā tathā dehāntara-prāptir dhīras tatra na muhyati. So in this sloka, and continuing from this sloka, Krishna is giving the knowledge of soul, giving Arjuna a clear picture of the difference between soul, the matter, and the spirit. The matter and spirit, that's the soul and the body. In general, when we have conversation with someone or we want to identify ourselves, we say, for example, I am a man, I am a teacher, I am a husband, I am short, I am fat, I am dark, and so on. Likewise, those are the destination. Likewise, we'll say, I'm wearing pant, I'm wearing glasses, I'm wearing watch, I'm carrying pen, I'm carrying cell phone. That's another example. Likewise, if you go to a doctor, you say, my head is aching, my hands are paining, this is my eyes, my ears, so forth. And also, when someone speaks about their past, they say, when I was a baby, I used to do so and so. When I became a child, I did something. Later, when I was a boy, I used to play a lot. When I was youth, I was just going out with friends and having parties and functions and games and so forth. And when I was a man, I was very responsible, taking care of the family. Now I am an old man. If you notice in this set of statements that we just saw, you can very clearly see that there are certain things which are constant and there are many things which are variant. So just keep this in mind, which is what we are going to discuss, understand this sloka from this set of examples. Before we get further into this sloka, it is important that we understand what is called eternity or eternal. Eternal, the meaning eternal means that which has no beginning and that which has no end. It remains, and also which stays permanent. Not only that, there's no changes to that thing. One more time, eternity means which has no beginning, no end, stays permanent, and has no changes to it. So if we understand this, then we have to see through our eyes, through our intelligence, the world. Every single thing that we see in the world, we know they are not permanent. They are temporary. Though few things may appear permanent, it was something else before it became into that current form that we are seeing. And it may change or it will change its form. Maybe not now, later. Now going back to our initial examples, in those examples statements that we saw, when we categorize the whole statement, set of statement into two, that is constant, another is variant. Under constant, we see I, another one is my. Whereas on the variant side, we see man, teacher, short, fat, dark, pant, glasses, child, boy, youth, old man, You see these differences, right? From the example of eternity that we just saw, eternal, then apply that theory on this, and we can understand that which is constant and that is called eternal will not change. It's permanent. On the other side, that which changes, teacher, short, dark, man, pant, glass, baby, child, boy, youth, man, old man, everything changes, or change constantly keeps changing their forms or roles or positions or things like that. So those are temporary. So what it means for us from this very important sloka, we come into a body and we stay in this body for some period of time. How we can understand this? By observing ourselves, our life. How much ever far we can go into our life, to our memory, we know we were a baby and then became a child and a youth, man, and now old man. So what has changed in this one? The changes were only to the body. But I have not changed. I have remained the same. Well, for argument purpose, how do you say that? That I have not changed. I can understand the body has changed, but how can we understand that I have not changed? I meaning not the body here, the Atma. Well, that's not going to be practical or reasonable, because last year in this body, and when I was child in this body, some other Atma was there. When it became a child, it became another Atma, youth another Atma, man another Atma, right? So if Atma keeps changing in same body, then how can it own the activities of the previous Atma? I hope it makes sense to you all. Body is same, Atma keeps changing. That's what we are trying to understand. From the sloka we understand that doesn't change. But if someone for argument's sake says, no, Atma changes, then how the current Atma in this body can own things of the previous Atma? The education, the wealth, the memories that it carries, all those things has to be fresh and new. And why even the Atma, that current new Atma within the body, should be coming into this old body? So that's not practical and that's not acceptable. Therefore we can understand the Atma in a body is same, never changes since the time it comes into the body. When it comes into the body, take the body and come into the world, that's what we call as birth. When the same Atma ready and leaves the body, and that's what we call as death. Therefore, a person who doesn't get affected by these changes, the changes that the body goes through, as kaumāraṁ, boyhood, yauvanaṁ, youth, jarā, old age. At the end, dehāntara, at the end, the transformation happens from that body to another body. What is there to make this so difficult to understand? And one who understands this, a person who understands these differences, understand these things, that person is a sober person or a learned person. and a person who get bewildered by the changes, and especially who's having hard time to accept the change or the transformation from one body to another body, which is what generally termed as death, a person is affected, then that person is in ignorance. He is not a learned person. And that is what been explained in this 13th sloka. And this concept, this theory, important theory of Sanatana Dharma, of any schools of thought, they all strongly in the Vedic system have a faith and belief in the Vedas that yes, Atma and body are two different entities. Incompatible two things are living together. Dehino smin yathā dehe, kaumāraṁ yauvanaṁ jarā, tathā dehāntara-prāptir, dhīras tatra na muhyati. Namaste. Hare Krishna.